Hey there, and welcome to this FiTCLuB explainer. If you loved our step-by-step guides like Quad Day for Beginners, you are absolutely in the right place. Look, if you're a busy professional, a student, or honestly just someone who is barely beginning to train, I know exactly how you feel. You want tangible results, right? You want to build some muscle, and you want to be able to run up a flight of stairs without completely gasping for air, but you're frustrated because who actually has 2 spare hours a day to grind in the gym? You probably feel like you have to choose between running or lifting weights because your time is just so limited. Well, I'm here to tell you, you don't. Think of this explainer as your ultimate survival guide. Today, we're going to prove that you don't have to sacrifice strength or cardio when you're short on time. We are going to cover 3 main pillars: the science behind this, our really practical 10-minute method, and finally, some emergency nutrition tactics. Let's dive in. For decades, the fitness industry has basically shoved this classic dogma down our throats: cardio or weights. It's this persistent question that makes busy people feel like they have to pick a side. The whole assumption is that if you lift weights, your cardio is going to suffer, and if you run, you're going to lose all your hard-earned muscle. It's often called the interference effect, and honestly, it's paralyzed so many beginners from even getting started. But let's look at the facts. Science actually says do both. There's a concept known as concurrent training or hybrid training, and it proves you can completely combine strength and endurance stimuli to build a much more resilient, well-rounded engine. Even the World Health Organization recommends doing both aerobic and muscle-strengthening activities. Research shows that if you just manage the sequence and your recovery correctly, combining them absolutely does not cancel out your strength gains. If anything, it builds a much more versatile body. When we look at the hard data from sports medicine research, the real secret to time efficiency is prioritizing bilateral, multi-joint movements. So think squats, push-ups, and rows. These compound exercises work a bunch of muscle groups all at once through a full range of motion. By focusing here, you're achieving really robust health and strength benefits in a fraction of the time it would take to do, say, dozens of isolated bicep curls. So how do we actually apply this science in real life? Enter the core solution of our explainer, the 10-minute hybrid block. This is the ultimate pragmatic approach if you literally have no time but still want maximum benefits. We're going to take that science of compound movements and cardio and condense it into highly structured, bite-sized supersets. The beauty here is the density. You get a solid amount of work done with very short recoveries, but it stays totally manageable, even for a total beginner. To make this work, we need to bust 2 quick pieces of fitness jargon. The first is EMOM. That stands for every minute on the minute, and it powers the first 5 minutes of your block. You just set a timer, and at the start of the minute, you perform a set of heavy, high-quality strength reps. Say that takes you 20 seconds. You then get to rest for the remaining 40 seconds. And listen, that rest is sacred. It lets your nervous system fully recover, so you build raw strength without burning out. The second piece of jargon is AMRAP, which means as many reps as possible. This is going to power the second 5 minutes of your block. Now, big warning right here. This is not that extreme hit where you sprint until you literally want to puke. No way. Instead, you're just maximizing repetitions in a fixed time window by maintaining a constant flowing movement. You're shifting from one exercise to the next without fully stopping, which pushes your body into building muscular endurance and metabolic conditioning. This breakdown brilliantly shows exactly how the block comes together. Minutes 1 through 5 are purely for strength using that EMOM method. Then you seamlessly shift right into minutes 6 through 10 for cardio using your AMRAP flow. You might be wondering, why this specific order? Well, research shows that doing your strength training right before your cardio generally leads to better strength and power development. Doing it the other way around tires your muscles out way too much, and that leads directly to that dreaded interference effect we talked about earlier. What makes this survival guide so practical is that it adapts to whatever you have lying around. Let's say you're traveling and have absolutely zero gear because the hotel gym is basically a broken treadmill in a closet. No problem. Your strength block can just be descending bodyweight squats and push-ups. Or if you're at home with a pair of dumbbells, you can level up to goblet squats and overhead presses. The structure is exactly the same, but you scale the intensity to fit your environment and your current fitness level. Now, it's absolutely crucial to know how hard to push. If you're a beginner, you might be tempted to turn this into a race. Don't do it. We use what's called the RPE rule, rate of perceived exertion. On a scale of 1 to 10, your intensity really shouldn't go above a 7.5. The golden rule is the breathing test. You should be sweating for sure, but you must still be able to breathe mostly through your nose and speak in short sentences. If you're gasping with your hands on your knees, you're going too fast. Pace yourself. Okay, so you can have the absolute most time-efficient workout in the world, but if your fuel is wrong, your results are going to stall out. That brings us to our last pillar, emergency nutrition. Hybrid training taxes your body in a really unique way because you're demanding raw strength and sustained stamina in the exact same session. If you don't give your body the precise fuel it needs, you risk losing the muscle you're working so hard to build, and honestly, you'll probably just crash before you even finish the block. When you're in a rush, nutrient timing is everything. Pre-workout, about 30 to 60 minutes before you train, you need fast-digesting energy. You're looking for about 30 to 60 grams of carbs, think a banana or a slice of toast, and some moderate protein, but keep the fats low so it digests fast. Now, post-workout, your priority completely flips to recovery. Within 30 to 60 minutes of finishing, you need 30 to 40 grams of high-quality protein to repair that muscle tissue, paired with carbs again to replenish all the glycogen you just burned through. So now you have your 10-minute blocks and your emergency nutrition. How do we actually fit this into a packed week? Look, the biggest mistake beginners make is doing too much, way too fast. They try to train every single day and just wind up totally exhausted. Remember, muscles actually grow while you rest. For a highly effective hybrid routine, you do not need to train 6 days a week. It's all about strategically placing these blocks into your schedule so you have plenty of room for real recovery. Here is your plug-and-play framework to start executing the survival guide today. Step 1, just pick 3 non-consecutive days a week. That's it. Step 2, choose your 10-minute blocks. Maybe it's body weight on Monday, dumbbells on Wednesday, and a mix on Friday. If you have 30 minutes, string a couple of blocks together. If you're completely swamped, just do one. Step 3, align that emergency nutrition right around those specific windows. I want to highlight this quote from the sports physiology research because it just hits the nail on the head. You are not being lazy, you are being efficient and practical. When time is tight, you have to cut the fluff. No more junk miles on the treadmill while scrolling on your phone. No more useless isolation exercises when you're already exhausted. Doing just enough of the right things to progress, that's the definition of smart training. We've looked at the science, we've broken down the 10-minute method, and we've got your emergency fuel mapped out. You literally no longer have to choose between a healthy heart and strong muscles, and you definitely don't have to live in the gym to get both. So, I have to ask, are you ready to stop choosing, drop the excuses, and start building a more resilient engine today? Grab your timer and let's get to work.